you noticed in one of our videos, we did a cranberry relish recipe, which is well, it's not really an appetizer, but what it represents is a heritage recipe. And heritage recipes are like recipes from our family. Not everyone is blessed with great cooks in their family, but I have a few. That cranberry relish came from my Aunt Emily. And I have another recipe for you. And this is an appetizer, which I don't really do a lot of. But this recipe comes from my mother-in-law, Judy. Now, this recipe is 50 years old, at least 50 years old. And as what I've been told, it's a surefire winner. And the beauty of this recipe is you can make this ahead of time. You can freeze it. You can microwave. You can slowly reheat it. Again, easy, simple, 5 ingredients. You're going to trust me. You're going to be so happy you had it. And you're going to be like, I can't believe this thing works. Eat, drink, savor. We'll be back in a few minutes. What we're going to do is we start out with basically 2 pounds of ground beef. I actually did a little bit of mix. You could do a meatloaf mix here, but basically 2 pounds of ground meat. All right. 1 onion, minced or grated. I already did it, so we're going to do a little bit of that. That's enough. 1 beaten egg. And then you're going to mix. And that's why I have these gloves. So alright, so that's already mixed. A little bit too much onion, but that's fine. It'll render out anyway. Doesn't matter. Okay. So, next. Alright, doggy. We have a little dog. Anyway, so now for the sauce. This is the other part. Okay, so here we go. Welch's grape jelly. You're basically going to put 10 ounces of Welch's grape jelly in a pot. You're gonna be like, you gotta be kidding me, right? That's the sugar part, the sweet part of this whole sauce. That's what makes this kind of interesting. We got a sweet and kind of a savory thing going. Next, 12 ounces of Heinz chili sauce. Wow, how convenient. It comes in a 12-ounce bottle. Anyway, so we're gonna dump that in. Yep, I know. You're like, you gotta be kidding me. And so, and I'm going to add a little bit of lemon to actually brighten this thing up a little bit later, but I'm going to just simmer this just to get this a little warm. And then I'm going to form about 40 to 60 meatballs out of that 2 pounds. And then we're going to simmer it for about an hour. One thing to know with this recipe is, even though this is a really solid base recipe, you have so many things you can do with this in terms of, I call it leverage or levers you can pull. So the ground meat can be beef, pork, lamb. It could be chicken. You can do all kinds of wonderful things. This chili sauce you can make on your own. You could do all kinds of chili. You could do sriracha. You can make it really spicy, or chipotle. And then the other thing with the grape jelly, again, you can make your own jelly. You can do apricot jelly. There's so many different ways to go with this. This is going to be a great recipe for you to try. So you can see I probably got about, I filled the whole bottom with meatballs. The sauce is now simmering. I added a couple of big ones in here just for the heck of it. One of the levers I did is I actually added my secret glaze sauce. There's a little bit of a spicy thing with red pepper vinegar, but I won't tell you the rest of the ingredients. Anyway, we're going to let this simmer for about 45 minutes. You really just want the meatballs to be brown, and we're going to take them out afterwards. But other than that, we're going to try them and we'll see what happens. Here we go, folks. I simmered them for like 45 minutes. Very simple. You can thicken the sauce, thin the sauce, do whatever you want. Now you can freeze these if you want, or just serve them right away. As we say at Great American Nosh, eat, drink, savor.